It's that time of the week, one of my favorite times of the week, actually, to catch up with some entertainment news with famous people. Here's a famous person who you probably don't know from the first name basis, but it's all introduced by the other famous person on the other side here. Barret Edelstein, welcome to you.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Yeah, it's good to connect again. Let's talk about John Payne. When I say that name, you're like, who? But when I say
Yes.
the band Asia, you're like, oh, I remember Asia.
Exactly. So Asia featuring John Payne is a British-American rock group band formed in 2007 following a schism, if that's the pronunciation of the word, a schism in the lineup of Asia. The band is a continuation of singer and bassist John Payne's career as the band's frontman from 1991 to 2006. So there was a bit of musical drama or things that happened. So as, you know, a bit of soap opera that happens in life. And John Payne went his own way and formed Asia featuring John Payne. So it's interesting. And the pickup from this interview and story was that finding opportunities in situations that you may surprise you based off of what you love doing. Let's listen to the clip and I'll explain.
He bought me my first guitar, which was a Vox semi-acoustic jazz-bodied guitar at 8 years old. And I was pretty much obsessed from then on. I had, I think, one guitar lesson, and then I just self-taught myself at my school. There were no music lessons at school. So, in fact, I ended up being, at the age of about 13, 14, a guitar teacher. I taught guitar at school.
Oh, wow.
And the school gave me some money. And then when I was about 14, I kind of illegally worked in a nightclub 2 or 3 nights a week in a band and pretended that I was 16 years old or 17 years old to get into the nightclub.
You know, people like that make me incredibly jealous. Picking up an instrument, getting 1 or 2 lessons, and then going, no, I'll self-teach myself. Thank you very much. Man, how I wish I could do that with some instruments. What a talent, right?
Exactly. Some instruments or things in general. But the point or the thing that I loved is that in his school, there wasn't any music lessons, teaching of music or guitar. So he saw a gap in his situation, in his environment, and started teaching the kids and started making good money from teaching the kids. And then from that, he saw, okay, I can go play in clubs, even though he was a little bit younger than he was supposed to be. But the mind of that, seeing gaps in situations and pursuing them, having the guts to say, okay, I see that, I'm going to pursue it, instead of saying, should I, shouldn't I, what if, fear, all those type of things that play into people's minds.
That's also an age thing. The younger you are, the more risks you take. And clearly he was ready to take a risk, right?
Yes and no, because for my mind, looking at me and my experience, I've taken more risks as I've gotten older than when I was younger, because I was more fear-based then. So I think it depends of each person's journey of where they're at in the experience in the moment.
Couple of things I learned from this. First of all, that John Payne specifically, is an incredibly talented person who took risks and ended up at the front of Asia. And secondly, had no idea that Asia had that rift and that split, and that he now kind of spearheads the entire group. Let's make sure that you check out some of the music and all of the interview up at nova.com.na under the blog section. That's where we'll post the full interview of Barret chatting to John Payne. Where can we find you, Barret?
You can find me, the celebrity Celeb Savant, most of the socials except X at Celeb, CELEB, Savant, SAVANT. That's Celeb Savant.
Nice one. Let's chat next week. Thanks for your time.